My name is Gideon Budenhagen, and I'm the writer and lead actor for Inshore. Inshore is a story about grief, masculinity, and the ways unspoken pain doesn't just affect the person carrying it. It ripples out to the people who love them. The film follows Toby, a young commercial fisherman struggling to process his father's recent suicide. In an industry built on endurance and self-reliance, there's little space for vulnerability and an abundance of isolation. When he meets Marie, someone from outside this world, she offers warmth, support, and the possibility of healing. But love alone isn't always enough to break through years of emotional suppression. This film isn't just about Toby's pain. It's also about Marie's. It's about how trauma doesn't exist in isolation, and when someone can't confront their own emotions, it often falls on those closest to them to carry that weight. Mental health is an issue that affects everyone, but we don't always talk about how it plays out in relationships. Men in particular are often discouraged from being vulnerable, and that has real consequences, not just for them, but for their partners, their families, and the people who care about them. Setting this story in the world of commercial fishing isn't just about atmosphere either. It's about capturing a profession that reinforces emotional isolation. It's physically grueling, mentally draining, and deeply tied to outdated ideas of masculinity. Through Inshore, we want to tell an honest story about what happens when men feel like they have to carry their pain alone, and what happens to the people who try to help them carry it. This film means a lot to me because it doesn't just ask how men can heal, it asks who gets hurt in the process when they don't. We've already shot the entire film. It's done. Now we're in the final stretch, post-production and festival submissions. Here's where your support comes in. Our biggest expense is sound mixing. Sound is everything in a film like this. Every crash of the waves, every quiet breath, every tense conversation needs to feel immersive. We're hiring a professional sound mixer to bring that depth to the film, and this is our biggest expense. Next is festival submissions. We want Inshore to be seen. We're submitting to festivals, and submission fees add up fast. Your support will help us share this film with a wider audience. Lastly is equipment and reimbursement. While Brown University provided most of our gear, we had some additional costs: specialized lighting, lens rentals, travel, and costume design. This final piece of funding will help us cover those last expenses and make sure every dollar we've spent on this film counts. If you believe in the power of independent filmmaking and stories that spark real conversation, please consider donating. Every dollar makes a difference, and we can't wait to share Inshore with the world. Thank you so much for your time and support.